Jay.
Hey, Chris, our investigation exposed how the VA was secretly keeping hundreds of millions of dollars that should have been refunded to disabled veterans. That's now changed.
The Department of Veterans Affairs spent the summer and early fall cutting checks like this one. Lots and lots of checks.
We are aware that approximately 130,000 veterans are due a refund.
That's Jeff London, the top man in the VA home loan program, acknowledging what a KARE 11 investigation had exposed.
I'm due a refund.
Disabled veterans like Andrew Ganfield do in many cases huge refunds on their VA home loan.
Over $10,000.
Yep.
Internal VA records KARE 11 obtained from a whistleblower revealed a bombshell. Between 2006 and 2014, VA inappropriately collected approximately $150 million on more than 47,000 loans. Other records prove top VA managers like Jeff London knew all about the problem for years, but did nothing to repay veterans, unless the veteran knew to ask for the refund.
It's mind-boggling that they felt the veterans needed to contact them as opposed to getting the money back to them.
Michael Missel is the VA's Inspector General.
They knew they were holding money that belonged to veterans, but never told them?
Correct.
Why didn't VA leaders address this?
We asked them that question, and they said it wasn't a priority for them.
It became a priority after KARE 11 began asking questions, and Missel's office issued a scathing report concluding veterans may have suffered significant financial losses.
This was a nationwide problem.
Congress quickly introduced bipartisan legislation to ensure impacted veterans were made whole. The VA itself took action, recently announcing it has paid back more than $400 million. VA Secretary Robert Wilkie said in a statement, this effort included loans dating back nearly 20 years. Our administration prioritized fixing the problems and paid veterans what they were owed.
Had you not made this report, we would have never been the wiser. And it would have just been money gone.
The average refund was about $4,000. Some were as high as $20,000. The VA also says it's instituted reform oversight measures to swiftly identify veterans due refunds in the future. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that folks were unaware of that. Good job, AJ. We appreciate it. And as you heard, this story started with a tip. If you want to blow the whistle on fraud and waste or have something for our investigative team to look into, go ahead and email us at investigations@kare11.com.